Hello, welcome to a video that shows you how to make the painting I created called Away in a Manger. The colors that will be used today are as follows. If you have a periwinkle, use that. I have one by Folk Art called Metallic Periwinkle. Lovely. If not, you can mix ultramarine blue, which is a dark blue, white, and a tiny bit of black. The black will gray the mixture, making it look more like dusk. We will use burnt umber or a dark brown to create the shapes of the manger, the crib, and the ground. Yellow ochre or yellow oxide make great straw. If you don't have this, mix a little brown into your yellow to get a mustard color. Unbleached titanium mixed with a tiny bit of magenta and yellow ochre makes skin tone. You can use white instead of unbleached titanium with the tiniest bit of brown. Sparkly glitter paint is fun to add to the sky if you would like. That's optional, of course. I painted this on a Santorini tile. Mine is 6 inches wide at the widest point and 4 inches tall. Put down the base coat of periwinkle or mix your ultramarine blue, white, and a tiny bit of black. Then paint the entire surface of the stone with this color. I went through and I cleaned up the edges so that it would be lovely after it had been resined. So it's up to you how you're going to do this. You will experiment with the amount of white and black that you put in to create the periwinkle. It won't be exact, but it'll be awfully close. And what you're trying to create is a dusky looking sky. Either use a fingernail cleaning brush or a toothbrush, dampened, then scrubbed into the white to spray a bit of stars onto the background. Flick your thumb against the bristles to spray the paint. Alternatively, pick up some white on a damp brush and tap that brush with another brush to spray the paint. Put out some of your dark brown and use a very thin liner brush to outline the shapes of the manger, the crib, and the ground. You may wish to pencil or chalk this in first. The roof of the manger is 2 swooped lines. Legs are straight lines. There's one for the front and one for the back. The crib looks like a wide smile. Then the legs arch down from both sides. Put in supporting legs in the center. Use white paint to make a cross directly above the peak of the manger, then make an X through the center. I took a small round brush to widen the details that were painted in brown. The roof and the crib will be pretty thick. The crib for comfort for the baby Jesus, and the roof will hold quite a bit of straw. I'm keeping a light pressure so that I get a line, not thick, but thicker than I did with the liner brush. I extend the height of the legs based on where the crib feet stop. 'Cause. 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 ' Here you're going to work on the roof a little bit more because it will be several strokes to be able to get it to the thickness you want. I go back and fuss at details over and over again, and the manger, roof, and the crib are key points of this painting, so it's important that you get them to some place where you're very happy with what you've done. Use the yellow ochre to do short little strokes to make the effect of straw. You want it piled high because we want the baby Jesus in a comfortable pile of straw. Do the same using yellow ochre on the roof, again piled high with straw. Short little strokes. Then do the other side. The strokes are curved, which makes them look like straw poking out. Using a liner brush, put in the ground. I used dark brown first, and then I picked up yellow ochre and just horizontal strokes across the bottom. I just went in one direction from left to right, extending them under the length of the manger. Then I used the same fine liner to thicken the lines of the star. The center point of the star is just a wee bit thicker than the ends, not a lot. Go slow, there's no rush, and your slowness will help you to be precise. When I want a small detail brush, I pick up a eyeliner, disposable eyeliner brush. So here I am painting in a hump, which would be the body of the baby Jesus, and then another hump for the head. The first hump starts at the left and it goes about 2/3 of the way across. I use my dark blue to create these lines, and then I pick up my detail liner brush and fill in the blanket, which is what we will call the first hump. And the blanket will also, because the baby's swaddled, will wrap around the baby's head. So you just fill it all in, loop it around the top of the head, and then mix magenta, just the tiniest bit of magenta, with either your white or your unbleached titanium, and yellow ochre. You can add a little brown depending on the skin color you're looking for. Once mixed, use your fine detail brush and fill in the face. Slow, careful strokes. It's a small space, small strokes, small brush. Mix the ultramarine blue with a little white. Using an angle brush, do some strokes downward to indicate the swaddling of the blanket, as if it's wrapped around the baby. Now you can pick up a little bit of glitter paint and spray it onto the background if you'd like, just like we did the stars. Some of you may just want to paint it onto the background because you want more glitter. That's fine. Just be careful not to get the glitter on the baby. When you're ready, and if you're ready, put on the features of the baby's face, the eyes, nose, and mouth. You may wish to wait until the paint is completely dry and use a very fine marker to put this on. You can also just leave off the features if you're uncomfortable. I added a little more yellow ochre to the ground to make it brighter. And then took a black marker and signed my work. Don't forget to sign it. I always forget. And then, being the gal I am, I wasn't satisfied with the roof and the crib, so I went back and I added more short little strokes filled with paint. So this is very thick paint. It will add a little bit of texture once it's dry to the roof, making it a little thicker. I changed the peak so that it was directly under the star. And I just worried with it a little more. Before you resin is the best time to get everything the color and the shape that you want. Notice those short little strokes with the thick paint really stand out and they really brighten the painting. I did the same thing with the crib because I liked it. Then I took my liner brush and some silver glitter paint, put my painting upside down, and I just emphasized the star a little more with some glitter. And I played around with the glitter. I took it outside of the star. There you can see, all done. Really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's a big help. See you next time.